These are your Unit 5A Day 8 review notes. First, we're going to practice graphing a slope. So M is slope, our slope is 1/2, and we know that our slope is rise over run. So just a friendly reminder. On top, you're either going up or down, and on the bottom, you're either going right or left, okay? So, and that is your slope, and is equal to that. So looking at this first one, our slope is 1/2, okay? 1 on top and 2 on the bottom. So we know that the number on top is your up or down, so it is 1, so we can go up 1. And then it's a 2, so we go over 2. 1, 2. And that is where you put your next point. Now, to draw the line with this slope, you simply connect the points with a straight line. And this line represents the slope, 1/2. Okay? Let's move on to the next one. We have undefined. So undefined is, when you see the undefined or 0, sometimes it's hard to keep them memorized, but undefined is up and down. So undefined, up and down, they both start with a U. Maybe that will help. So an undefined line is simply a vertical line. So that's pretty easy. Just, whoops, maybe it's easy. You got to go through that point, okay? So that is undefined. Moving on, we have the slope M is equal to 2/5. We know that our top is our up and down, so we're up 2, 1, 2, and our bottom is our left to right. It's 5, so we're over 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, there you go. And your second point goes there, and now to draw the slope of the line, you must connect the dots. So this line represents the slope, 2/5. All right, let's move on to our last one on this page. We have M is equal to 0. 0 is a horizontal line. So horizontal line, including that point. M is equal to 0. Okay, let's move on. I would make sure that you wrote this down so that you can refer back to it if you need to on your assessment. All right, I'm going to do this first point A, and then I'm going to ask you to pause the video and do the rest of these on your own. So I go to point A, all right, and I know that when I'm finding an ordered pair, it's X and then Y. My X represents my horizontal movement. All right, so I go to my line, I see A, and I'm here. I find the origin, and I'm 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm 10 away from this middle point horizontally, so my X is 10. And then I do my Y to determine the other part of my ordered pair, and my Y is my vertical line, oops, my vertical up and down, and I can see I find the line. I know I was 10 over, and how many am I away from this line? I'm 1, 2, 3. I'm 3 down. Remember, down is negative, so this would be the point 10, -3. Okay, go ahead and do the rest of these on your own, and then come back and check your work. Okay, check your answers. They are all right here. If you did not get one correct, I want you to find the point. So we have -8, 9, and you would be like, oh, my X is negative, so -8 this way, and my 9 is positive, so I would be up 9. So the point would be right there. So by checking your work, you'll be able to find your mistake. And something that I think is always helpful to remember is that this is, in this quadrant, it is a negative and then a positive y. In this one, they are both positives. In this quadrant, we have a positive x and a negative y. And in this quadrant, it is a negative x and a negative y. Okay, so if you write this down or use that, because this information will be on your summary sheet, that will help you double check to make sure you have your negative and positives in the correct spot. All right, let's move on to this next set of problems. And I had people ask me about this, like, there's 3 dots. How do I know what to use? Well, these 3 dots represent the same slope, and you'll see it is the same pattern, but when you're finding the slope, you do like the leftmost point that you have on your graph and then go to the next one. You're not going to go from this to this. You're going to go this point to this point, this point to this point. All right, so we know that our slope, our up and down, is first, and our up and down is first, and then our side to side is second. So we look right here and we can see that this point is up 2 over 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so then we would know the slope is 2 over 4. And just to show you why you have this next point, it's a pattern. So you could see if I'm up, I go up 2 over 4. And then you do that again. Up 2 over 4. So all of when you're doing that pattern up 2 over 4, up 2 over 4, up 2 over 4, every point that you would get as you're doing that would be a point that should fall on this line. Okay? So then we look here and we see that our slope is 2 over 4. And we know that this can be simplified because these are both even numbers, and we know that 2 is half of 4. So the simplified slope is 1/2. All right? Go ahead and pause the video and try this one on your own. And pay attention to the fact that the line is going down this way. Okay? Hopefully you had a chance to try this on your own. And now we are going to go ahead and do this together. I have this reminder over here. My top is my up and down, and my bottom is my across. So because my points, I start with my leftmost point here, and you could see that I'm moving down. If I'm moving down, it's negative. So I'm down 2 over 4. So my slope, because I'm going down 2, would be a negative 2 over 4. And yes, we have more points on the line, so you could go ahead and check your pattern, but you don't need to. We found the slope is represented right here with just the connection between 2 dots, so it's down 2 over 4. So our slope is negative 2/4, and we know that negative 2/4 can be simplified to 1/2. So our slope is negative 1/2. All right, please make sure that you have this information recorded in your notes accurately before you move on to the next page. Okay, we have 2 more of these type of problems here. I want you to do these on your own. Remember, we find the slope, our top, we start with either down or up, and that goes on top. And then right to left, we count second, and that is your bottom number. So please try on your own. Okay? Hopefully you had a chance to do this. Now this one should be simple. We know by now horizontal is 0. So what is the slope of this line? 0. Remember, undefined is up and down. All right, let's go to this next one. So I'm gonna zoom in. All right, and I know I go up and down first. I start at my leftmost point, and I could see to move to my next one, I'm going down, because I have to do my up and down first. So I'm down 1, and I'm over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm down 1 over 6, so that means that my slope is -1 over 6. All right, now we have our last 4 problems. On these ones, again, there's more than one way you can do them. I am going to do these 2 the same way, and then I'll do these 2 the same way. Remember, it's up to you. Whatever way you want to do it works. So I have my x and my y, and I know that my y is my top number, and my x is my bottom number. You could also use the words numerator and denominator, but that's okay. All right, so now to find the number that goes on top, we find the pattern. What is the change in y? So when I look over here, I start with the bottom point, okay? Because when we start with the bottom point, that would be our leftmost point on the graph, okay? So we find the difference between 3 and 2. 3 minus 2 is 1. And then we do our next thing, 2 minus 1 is 1. So we can see the change in y is 1. So that's our top number. Next we look at our x. 1 minus 0 is 1. And 0 minus 1 is 1. Remember, because minus a negative is a positive. So the change in x is also 1. So this slope is 1 over 1, which you could also just write as 1. Same thing. Okay, pause the video and try number 11 on your own. All right, hopefully you tried 11 on your own, and we know that our y is on top. We find the change in y, -1 minus -2 minus -1. We start with this one. -2 minus -1 is a difference of -1. And -1 minus 0 is a difference of -1. We'll go to the other side, our x, and then find the change on this side. 7 minus 6 is 1, and 6 minus 5 is 1. So we can see here that our change, or our rate of change, or our slope, is -1 over 1. Okay? All right. Now, every time you get a table, you could do it this way. Go for it. No big deal. But there is another way that you can do this. And I'll show you that way right now. So we have, again, we know that our y is on top. And then I'm going to have to pick 2 points. So I'm going to pick this one and this one. And I'm finding the change in y on top. So I picked my 2 points, and these are my y2 minus my y1. And my y2 minus my y1. So again, you guys, we start with the leftmost point, or which would be the lowest point on the graph. So that would be this 2. So for this one, our change in y would be 2 minus 1, which equals 1. And then we go to our other point, which we have x over here, and we know x is on the bottom, so I need to pick 2 points to find that rate of change. So I have to pick the ones that go across. So if I pick this 2, then I absolutely have to use this 12. If I pick this 1, I absolutely have to use this 8. So now I'm going to go ahead and set it up. I have x number 2 minus x number 1, and that is equal to 12 minus 8. 12 minus 8 is 4. So my slope is 1/4. Okay? So pretty much all you're doing is for the top, 2 minus 1 right here. For the bottom, 12 minus 8. 1 and 4. Perfect. And like, we'll move on to this next one. Okay, so this one, I want you to pause the video and try on your own. Okay, hopefully you tried this on your own and you got the answer 3/5. 6 minus 3, second y minus first y equals 3. Then on bottom, 15 minus 10, second x minus first x. 15 minus 10 is 5, so your slope is 3/5. All right. Good luck working on your review, and remember, you can always reach out to me if you need some extra help.